Hello, I'm Matt Ryan, and this is your Solent Sports News 3pm bulletin. The coronavirus has taken the sporting world by storm. In Italy alone, all sporting events have been suspended until April, with the illness also affecting the Six Nations and the Indian Wells Tennis Tournament over the past week. In France, the sports minister, Roxana Marcolina, has announced that no more than 1,000 fans can attend sporting fixtures until the 15th of April at the earliest, due to the aggressive coronavirus outbreak. This is only an initial date, with the ban expected to extend long into the summer. However, the UK government officials have deemed that there is no rationale to cancel sporting events at any time soon. Luke Robinson is in the studio to talk about the issue. So Luke, do you think that the coronavirus is getting overplayed in the media in terms of sporting events?
I do think slightly, although I do understand the decision to cancel big sporting events. As a Spurs season ticket holder, someone that goes to a very big stadium, there is on the trains, public transport, just a general gathering around the stadium. There is a lot of people within close proximity, and I do understand the fear around that, and things can get spread. But I do think the number of cases in the UK is, if you look in comparison to maybe the flu and other diseases like that, there's probably more risk of those spreading than the actual coronavirus itself.
So when it comes to it, would you shut stadiums off? Would you shut the Premier League down in terms of play every game behind closed doors as they are talking about?
Look, obviously I'm not a medical expert, but I think in terms of a matter of principle, it's not as much of a threat which to warrant closing down such a huge competition. I mean, they're talking about Liverpool lifting the trophy and winning the league in front of an empty stadium, so that simply can't happen in my opinion.
So obviously this summer we have the Euros, massive tournament coming up. What would your plan be for that?
Well, again, it's the same principle. I just think that it's too overblown and we should continue the way it is. I think we can't cancel these big events.
Okay, thank you, Luke. Looking ahead to tonight's vital Champions League fixture against Red Bull Leipzig, Tottenham Hotspur will be hoping to overcome a one-goal advantage in favour of the German side. The North London club have endured an unfortunate injury crisis of late, with key players Steven Bergwijn, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son on the sidelines long term. Jose Mourinho still has faith in his side, despite a loss of these stars.
Especially because we are speaking about traumatic injuries. I would say that we were psychologically more down with the other injuries because they were, when you have 3, 4 or 5, to have 6 or 7 is the same. So no problem. We are very confident.
In the Premier League, Leicester City continued their push for a Champions League place with an emphatic 4-0 victory over relegation candidates Aston Villa. Youngster Harvey Barnes notched 2 goals, and he has had his say on his team getting back on track.
Obviously had a tough period recently, but it felt good to get back to winning ways, and obviously the position we're in, third at the minute, is great. We need to try and maintain that. I suppose you can't look too far into it until you've secured it, really. So for us, it's just going to be looking forward and hopefully keep on picking up wins and points.
Jamie Vardy came off the bench in the game, having just recovered from a calf injury and managed to score 2 goals in quick succession. The former England international was asked post-game whether the door was still open for him to return for the Euros.
It was one of them. Me and Gareth, we both agreed that the door will still be open, and if I was ever needed for whatever reason, then we'd have a sit down and talk about it. We've not had the chat or anything yet. Nothing's been spoke about, but I know the lads are out injured, but they're looking to be back in time, so only time will tell.
In the English Football League, Charlton Athletic have announced that majority shareholder Tanu Nima has resigned. This comes following a heated dispute between the club's hierarchy over an alleged defamatory letter sent from Nima. Executive Chairman Matt Southall has previously opened legal proceedings surrounding defamation allegations. In local news, tonight's Hampshire Cup semi-final has been called off. Moneyfields was set to face Bournemouth, but the game will not go ahead due to a waterlogged pitch. The other semi-final between Eastleigh and Southampton, which was set to take place last night, was also postponed. Coronavirus is raising panic in the world of horse racing. The 200,000 spectators expected at Cheltenham Racecourse in the next 4 days have been set a warning by officials to take extra care in order to prevent spreading the disease. Course director Ian Renton says extra measures are in place to ensure the race can go ahead as planned.
We have a number of additional precautions, including hand sanitisers, including beefing up the number of toilets, wash basins, and ensuring we've got soap and water available throughout the day, as well as writing to all our racegoers, asking them to follow the government guidelines.
To Sky Sports racing journalist Chris Loader, who gave us his thoughts on the severity of the corona outbreak in relationship to the upcoming festival.
To be honest, most of the people there will just be talking about the racing. As we heard, that they have got hand gel there, and they've also advised people that have been to those affected areas, such as Italy and the Far East, not to come to the festival if they've had any of the virus-like symptoms. But it's all systems go, and everybody's looking forward to the race.
Absolute. More on Cheltenham. There is some sad news as Alitor is ruled out of tomorrow's Queen Mother Champion chase. Trainer Nicky Henderson had announced on Sunday that the brilliant 2-miler was lame and it was only right for him to be taken out of the race. Alitor is best known for his incredible 19 consecutive wins in the 2019-2020 season. In more horse racing news, the trainer of Maximum Security, one of the world's most renowned racehorses, has been hit with a doping charge. Jason Service trained Maximum Security to last month's Saudi Cup victory, which grand prize was over $20 million. More than 20 racehorses have been accused of doping in a recent scheme by authorities to cut down on illegal advantages in the sport. In rugby, England's Joe Marler has been cited for bad sportsmanship after an alteration during their win over Wales on Saturday. In a heated encounter with Welsh second row Alan Wynne-Jones, the England prop appeared to grab Jones's groin area. Thank you for listening. This was Solent Sports News. Have a good afternoon.